Inside Richard's mindscape, he drifts through a vast void, silent, endless, and at its center a pale moon glows. Then, through the darkness, he hears it, his mother's voice, faint yet echoing from deep within the void. Back in reality, the moment twists into horror. Richard, no longer human, lunges at his mother like a beast consumed by chaos. She dodges, the attack missing by mere inches. Lifting her gaze, confusion flashes across her face, but not surprise. It's as if she already knew this might happen. Richard advances, every step leaving trails of dark energy pulsing off his skin. Her eyes narrow. During the Enlightenment, not all of this is Aleutiia, she realizes. That book, that language, perhaps something else took root. Acting on instinct, she vanishes in a blur, reappearing right in front of him. Before Richard can react, her hand presses against his forehead. A glowing sigil flares to life, a spell cast in an instant. Richard convulses violently as the spell, divine technique, prediction detonates. A surge of holy light flashes through his body. In that instant, his mother's consciousness pierces the veil and enters his mindscape. What she finds freezes her heart. The once serene void is now drowning in a black haze, a strange, writhing energy cloaking her unconscious child. Shadow essence seeps through the air like ink in water, but the vision collapses too soon. The spell's duration ends, and she's forcefully ejected back into reality, gasping, clutching her head as pain shoots through her temples. Now she knows. There's no mistaking it. The shadow creatures have breached even the domain of the moon goddess. Her thoughts echo, grave and measured. The world of magic between planes, endless realms, countless shadows wandering in the void. This darkness stretches its claws toward every world it touches. Long ago, remnants of this power slithered into a form, feeding on chaos, corrupting minds through deceit. They seduced believers of the divine, turned priests into pawns, and bathed the continent in blood. Only the Holy Alliance and the Moon Goddess stood against them and drove them back. She exhales, her expression darkening. And now, after all these years, Aleutiia too has been tainted. Her gaze turns toward Richard, her son, now trembling in the aftershock of corruption. They've chosen him as the anchor, the next gateway for invasion. If nothing is done, she knows there are only two paths left. Either Richard is destroyed by the clash of these powers, or consumed entirely. Resolute, she clasps her hands together and begins to chant. Isaiah, Satan, Folia, Achmund. Golden energy spirals around her, bursting from the attic in a storm of light. The radiance surges through the windows, flooding the night sky, turning darkness into day. Burning light flares even brighter, engulfing the room. Elaine's voice echoes softly through the radiance. This light, it signifies that his name, written in magical essence, has touched the very laws of reality. Through it, he can now perceive the truth itself. Flashback, 11 years ago. In the middle of a storm, a young Elaine hides inside a narrow cave, clutching a newborn to her chest. A man stands at the entrance, his clothes torn, his aura fading fast. The pursuers are closing in, he says, voice urgent. We don't have much time. Elaine shakes her head, trembling. No, I can't let you go alone. He pulls her close, holding her one last time. Elaine, take care of our child. Raise him into a true man. With a final fleeting smile, he turns and vanishes into the darkness. Back to the present. Golden light descends from the heavens, blanketing the house. Elaine stands at its center, the radiance pouring into her as if answering a divine call. Her eyes shimmer. Gordon, I've lived in seclusion with our child for 10 years. I never imagined you'd meet him like this. Her expression hardens, her focus absolute. He needs you, more than ever. The golden energy surges, bursting outward from her body in waves. The house trembles, every window, every wall, glowing with divine brilliance. When the light finally fades, dust drifts through the still air. And there, lying in her arms, Richard slowly opens his eyes. You're awake? She whispers, her voice weary yet gentle. Richard nods weakly, his memories flooding back as he begins to recount what he saw in the void. But mid-sentence, he stops. His eyes widen in shock. For the first time, he sees her true form, not as a human, but as an elf, radiant and timeless beneath the lingering glow. Seeing her son frozen in shock, Elaine gently smiles. There's no need to be surprised, she says softly. This is what your mother truly looks like. Her calm voice steadies him. After a moment, Richard exhales and begins to recount what he saw on the other side. Just like that, I chose wisdom. Then the seventh statue appeared. After that, things became blurry, but still I remember. His tone lowers, distant. I was taken to another space. It felt completely different, oppressive yet silent, like the dark side of the moon. There I obtained wisdom and truth. Truth? Elaine repeats, intrigued by the strange maturity in her 10-year-old's voice. Richard's eyes narrow. My father? He asks, gaze piercing her with suspicion. Isn't he? Before he can finish, Elaine lowers her head. I'm sorry, she says, her voice trembling. I should have told you. Your father, he's still alive. She steps closer, her expression heavy with guilt. Please forgive your mother. Too many things happened between then and now. I had no choice. Her hand trembles slightly as she rests it on his shoulder. But if you're willing, you'll see him soon. The one he sent should be arriving any moment now. Richard looks down, his voice softening. Mother, do you want to see father? The moonlight falls across his face as he continues. If that's what you want, then I want to see him too. Elaine's composure breaks. Tears fill her eyes as she pulls him into her arms, holding him tightly as if afraid to ever let go. In her heart, memories resurface, her husband's smile, his last words before the darkness took him. Gordon, just like back then, my time to protect him might be running out. A few days later, the sun rises over peaceful farmland. Villagers harvest golden wheat under the clear morning sky until the thunder of hooves shatters the calm. The farmers look up, startled. Who's entering the village? One asks, lowering his straw hat to block the glare. Another squints toward the approaching riders, his face paling. Those are heavy cavalry. The lead knight rides forward, his armor glinting under the sun. He levels his blade at a trembling farmer. Speak, he commands coldly. Who knows where Elaine lives?